Hello, boys and girls. This is lesson 5 of our writing workshop basic practice, and we are going to go over capitalization and punctuation. We may have heard those words before, but capitalization is when you use big letters. So you might capitalize the proper nouns and proper adjectives, like a name, Beverly Cleary, or the term American citizen. You're also going to capitalize people's names, words that are used to identify people, like mother, like when you say ask mother, or you might say ask my mother. That does not get capitalized because you have the term my in front of it. But in this sense, mother refers to a name of somebody. We also might have capitalization for geographic names like Earth, London, America, places around the world, uh, titles of names such as the Doctor, historical events, Boston Tea Party, abbreviations, organizations, titles of movies or books like Beauty and the Beast. And for the purpose of this lesson, we're going to capitalize the first word in a sentence. Some other things that you might see capitalized are days of the months, names of religions like Christianity, Chinese, Spanish, nationalities, and you also might see capitalized official names like the Smile toothpaste. So let's practice. Which change in capitalization should be made to this sentence? So I'm going to go ahead and have you pause your video, and I want you to think, which answer do you think it could be? The weather is cold today. A, capitalize the T in the. B, capitalize the W in weather. C, capitalize the T in today. D, capitalize the C in cold. Which one do you think it is? If you chose A, capitalize the T in the, that would be correct because this is the first letter of the sentence. So we would capitalize the T in the, because it's the first letter in the sentence. Which change in capitalization would you make to this one? Marcy rode to soccer practice with Edward. So I'll go ahead and take a minute and think through this. Which one would we capitalize? If we look at the beginning of the sentence, it's already capitalized. So we know it's not at the capital, the letter, the first part of the sentence. Which other sentence may we capitalize? Could be tricky too. Maybe we don't have to capitalize any. So let's read our options. A, capitalize the R in road. B, use a small m in Marcy, so maybe we don't capitalize this. C, capitalize the S in soccer. Or D, do we capitalize the E in Edward? Again, you can pause the video to take a minute to think through this. Okay. If you chose D, capitalize the E in Edward, that would be correct. We have to capitalize Edward because Edward is a name. So since it is the name of somebody, we capitalize his name. And that's a way of showing he's important. We always capitalize names, guys. Let's do one more. Which sentence uses correct capitalization? Have you seen Star Wars? One of the main characters is Princess Leia. My favorite character is Yoda. I would like to have a ship like the Millennium Falcon. So we're looking for a sentence that uses correct capitalization. So we do not have to fix it. Okay. Well, let's take a look at our options. So it says, have you seen Star Wars? Well, I know this is the name of a movie. So since it's the name of a movie, I would have to capitalize Star Wars. This is one of the main characters is Princess Leia. So Princess is capitalized because it refers to a name, but Leia does not. So Leia should be capitalized in this case. My favorite character is Yoda. And we know the first letter is capitalized and a name is capitalized. So this could possibly be our answer. Let's take a check at the last one real quick. So it says, I would like to have a ship like the Millennium Falcon. Now we know the Millennium Falcon is the name of a ship. So that then should be capitalized, and here it is not. So my correct answer, if you chose C, is correct. Alrighty, the second part of the lesson, we are going to look at end marks. So we looked at capitalization here and within a sentence. Now we're going to take a look at punctuation. So punctuation, you might, at the end of a sentence, you might see a question mark or an exclamation point. You might also just see a period. So let's take a look at periods. What is a period? So a period always goes at the end of the sentence. It's kind of a pause. When you speak, it is a pause after someone is done saying a sentence. You would also use a period after an initial. You would use a period in a decimal in numbers, and we will learn more about this in place value. We will use it after abbreviations like Mrs. and after final abbreviations. So like etc. is an abbreviation. The biggest thing here is I want you to know and walk away with is periods are used at the end of a sentence. If it's not a question mark or a exclamation point, it needs to be a period. All right, so question mark, always use it after a question. Do you want to visit other galaxies? Question mark. And you'll hear it in the tone of your voice. When you speak, you can hear where you would place the question mark. Do you want to visit other galaxies? How are you today? Even in other languages, like in Spanish, we use intonation to represent a question. So, how are you in Spanish? ¿Cómo estás? Same thing. Intonation that shows a question mark. In writing, it's not always that clear. You also would use a question mark to show doubt. But that's not something we necessarily need to focus on right now. Like a question mark, like, is that right? Question mark. So the last end point is an exclamation point. And we use exclamation points to express something like how we're feeling real happy, like we're surprised, happy birthday. You're also going to use it for commands like stop or don't go or wait for me. We're not going to use double exclamation points in school writing assignments or in business letters, but sometimes you will see double exclamation points because it's like a way of saying exclamation point really emphasizes what that person is trying to say. Let's practice. So which change in end marks would be made to the sentence? Did you feed your dog this morning? So the end mark would be a comma. The end mark would be an exclamation point. The end mark would be a colon. The end mark would be a question mark. I know for the purpose of this lesson, we have not gone over commas or colons, so it would be either an exclamation point or a question. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to reread my sentence. Did you feed your dog this morning? Since it starts with the question word did, I know for sure I'm going to end it with a question. So if you chose D, then your answer is correct. Let's try another one. So this one says, why are you always late for class? Add a comma after you, place an exclamation point at the end of the sentence, add a comma after for, or change the period to a question mark, because there is a period here. Why are you always late for class? Well, I know the word why is a question word. Who, what, when, where, why, did, how. So that is a question word. I know then I would have to change it to a question mark. So if you chose D, you were correct. Remember to pause the video as you're working through these guys to check your answers to see how you're doing. Okay. Let's look at this one. Which one has the correct end of punctuation? Where did you find that cute puppy? What a great big grin he has on his face. Roll over, you good girl. Why can't we keep her? So we're looking for the correct one. A, where did you find that cute puppy? I see a question word, so therefore there should be a question mark. That is not correct. What a great big grin he has on his face! Exclamation point. I feel like that definitely is an emphasis, so that could be a possible correct answer. It starts with a question word, but it doesn't necessarily ask a question. It's making the reader pay attention to the big grin. What a great big grin he has. Roll over, you good girl? Question mark. I don't know that that makes sense, and why can't we keep her with a period would not be accurate either. So we definitely would have to put a question mark here and an exclamation point here probably. So if you chose B, that is the correct answer. So just to go over real quick other punctuation marks you might have. One of the most common ones is a comma. So commas we use in between to break sentences up. We would use a comma to separate two run-on sentences, or to make a list. So I know someone who likes pepperoni, pineapple, and olives on her pizza. That is a list. We also put commas in numbers to represent a break in place value. So, alrighty, in this video, in this slide, we talked about different types of punctuation. We talked about capitalization. Remember, it's really important to capitalize that first letter of every sentence. We also want to capitalize names, and we want to capitalize those pronouns, those names of places that we're going to go. And punctuation, question mark always goes at the end of a question. We want to make sure we use periods and make sure we have those exclamation points when we want to emphasize something or really show excitement. So those are the three types of things that we're going to focus on. And commas, that is coming up, and just knowing and recognizing that what a comma is and that it is something we will be using in punctuation. Good job.